Okay, we are back.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be talking about how Mazda, of all brands, and they're not even this, there's a storyline here with BMW that we're going to touch on in a second. Consumer Reports came out with their brand recommendations. We'll be reviewing them in just a moment.
Yes.
Before we do, though, Dad.
Yes.
We have a winner from our daily Runner Report to...
Yay!
Runner Report to Win contest. K Brown 241 on Instagram.
Not K Brown 241.
She or he, don't know. K could be either way.
Yeah.
Won because they follow us on Instagram. We're doing the Runner Report to Win March 1st live stream. Lots of free stuff that we're giving away.
Okay.
Now, Pops, let's get into the Consumer Reports data. So what did they do? They ranked all the different car brands. They do this annually, right?
I'm afraid they do. So every year, every brand has the opportunity, well, to, as we in the car industry like to call it, sink or swim.
Yeah, some people sunk.
And some brands...
Alfa Romeo.
Sunk. and some brands... sink every year.
Yeah.
And some swim really, really well.
So I'll read it straight from the screen. The overall score for individual models is based on 4 key factors: the road test, the reliability, owner satisfaction, and safety.
There you go. Those are the 4.
So they put the vehicles for the road test through more than 50 tests and evaluations. The predicted reliability are based on problems reported by members in 17 trouble areas through their different surveys.
I would love to know what the trouble areas are.
Yeah, come on, Consumer Reports, let us know. Owner satisfaction is also from their members from surveys.
Okay.
Safety is assessments from crash tests and things like that.
Okay, cool.
Shall we get into the list?
Yes.
Do we want to go? Do we want to really kind of suck people in? I mean, we already told them who number 1 is.
Well,
let's start at the top.
Okay, let's start at the top. You know, we could do this like the NBA or the NHL playoffs, and the top seed can go against the bottom seed.
March Madness.
And the second seed...
We're getting into March. Maybe we should do something March Madness.
Yeah.
Mazda, by the way. Mazda's number 1.
With a score of 80.
So they jumped 3 spots.
Yes.
From last year.
Yes. They're swimming. They're swimming good, and their predicted reliability is very good.
Yep.
Their owner satisfaction is so-so, and their road test score is average.
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah.
BMW is probably the storyline from this year's Consumer Reports.
Yes, because they went up 6 spots.
So they're at a 78.
They are in training for the Tokyo Summer Olympics. Don't be surprised if they come out on top in one of those longer swim races.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
The 1500 or something. The 1500 butterfly. You should see them BMWs doing the butterfly.
Show me your butterfly again. No, that was the breaststroke.
Well, that too.
BMW are really buoyed and anchored by, we're keeping with the water theme here, an 87 score on the road test.
Yes, and everything else not so much.
Not so hot. But that is really interesting. They moved up 6 spots year over year.
Yes.
Then you've got probably like one of the most reliable, safest, middle-of-the-road, happy brands.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Subaru, number 3.
Number 3.
Back-to-back years.
Their reliability is so-so. Their owner satisfaction is pretty high, and their road test scores are equal to BMW.
Porsche dropping back 3 spots.
Yes.
So Porsche obviously known for their incredible driving experience, but evidently some things with reliability or safety, have started to impact that.
Yes, absolutely.
Honda up 10 spots year over year.
That's huge.
Like, so what would have done that, do you think?
Well,
the cars probably drive very similar, so it must have been some of the surveys that they do with their members.
I would think their reliability is good, not quite as good as Mazda.
Yeah.
And their owner satisfaction is up there, and their road test scores are slightly above Mazda, but that's a huge jump. They have had in previous years some manufacturing issues,
like some recalls and things like that. Like I know I was speaking to someone this morning at one of the member consults, and she's buying a 2018 Honda CR-V. Mm-hmm. Well, that 2018 Honda CR-V has issues with like the gasoline and the oil mixing, and it's like now it's got this lifetime warranty on this one component. So I could see how maybe owner satisfaction and reliability may have taken a hit. Lexus dropped back 1 spot.
Yes.
So about normal.
Yeah.
Toyota up there.
You know what's surprising about Lexus, though, is their road test score is rather bland.
I mean, it's a Lexus.
It is. It's,
There's a reason that the German branded cars are kind of perceived as, not even perceived, but are like more fun to drive.
Let's see. Well, BMW.
Yeah, Porsche.
Subaru's Asian.
Porsche.
Yeah. Porsche's up there, yeah.
Yeah. But Lexus, then Toyota, Chrysler, and Buick with huge increases. You know who I don't see in this top 10 list, Ed?
Please tell me.
Mini. Where do you think Mini lands on the list?
Slightly below average.
So what do you think? Maybe because there's 32 brands that they've done this for. Where do you
16.
think? You think there's 16?
16.
I'm gonna go 21.
Okay, let's see.
And let's jump. So we did the top 10 because Hyundai rounds out your top 10.
Yeah.
Let's do our bottom 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And as we scroll, let's see.
Bottom 10.
Doesn't look like Mini's in the bottom 10.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
So we'll start at number 22, Cadillac. Which actually went up 7 spots.
Yeah. So Cadillac had a good year.
Kind of scary to think.
Yeah.
A brand that you know near and dear. You spent a decade working for Acura.
12 years.
12 years working for Acura. They're here at the 23rd spot. That was an increase of 1.
Yeah.
Chevrolet, an increase of 1 year over year. Then Ford.
Dropped
Ford
2.
Is having issues.
They're having a tough time right now.
Like I don't know. I don't play the stock market, but I think Ford's having a lot of issues.
I concur.
We've been doing this business of your auto for over a year now.
Yes.
There's no good news about Ford.
There hasn't been. You know, other than it looks like the Bronco is going to be very, very popular.
Yeah,
if they could build
it.
Yeah, but once they do, it'll be popular.
GMC at 26, Jaguar at 27.
Went up 1.
They're getting more reliable.
Poor Lincoln, which I believe is owned by Ford, dropped 15 spots. Do you know how hard you have to work to drop 15 spots?
While there was this huge, increase in owner satisfaction. So the reliability has just gone. Let us know down below if you want to do an investigation into Ford. Yeah. And we can just do a whole video on what's going on at Ford. I'm interested now. Jeep, up 2 spots. Yeah. Mitsubishi, they're considered one of the major manufacturers.
They're up 2 spots.
Land Rover.
So which would indicate if Mitsubishi went up 2 spots.
They were in the last place
They
last
were 32 last year, but now they're 30. So they're thinking, well, thank our lucky stars for Land Rover and Alfa Romeo.
And they're both talk about being anchored. Yeah. Alfa Romeo and Land Rover are anchored in last place because of the lack of reliability.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So they score 44 and 46 points.
Boy, and road test. The road test. I don't think you could find a lower road test score than what Mitsubishi got. A 48. Jeez. Talk about bland.
All right, let's see where Mini is on the list.
Mini is
17. So you were 1 off.
I was all because of Tesla.
Yeah,
and Tesla dropped 5 spots, and surprisingly, Genesis, Hyundai's luxury brand, dropped 15 spots or 13 spots from number 2 to 15.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're in the market to buy a car, Consumer Reports is one of the resources that we recommend.
Yes.
They obviously aren't in our space of doing the actual negotiations and things like that. But in terms of researching vehicles, types of vehicles you might be interested in, take a look at this research, and annually they put it out.
Yes, and the good news is these ratings are based off of real customers.
Members.
Members.
They just like us do the whole membership thing.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you're not biased when everything's through your members. You are biased when your pockets are being lined by Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, well, I'll push Alfa Romeo if they'll send us a check. Got to be a big one, though.
We're sending you an invoice, Alfa Romeo. We don't expect to hear from you.
We do not. And, by the way, that reminds me, we need to send an invoice to Blue Moon from last Saturday night's live stream.
All right, Pops, thanks for running through this with me.
My pleasure. Thanks for finding this information for us.
Fairly certain you sent it to me.
Well, whatever.